is Jarrod Horak, and I'm back with another Road to the 2023 Kentucky Derby video. Now, in this video, I'm going to take a little bit of a different take. I'm going to give out the horse that I think has the best pedigree to handle a mile and a quarter, the horse that has the best chance to excel over a wet track, and then the mystery horse that scares me the most in the Derby. Now, if you're interested in my annual Kentucky Derby Day full card at Churchill Downs, you will find that Kentucky Derby week at the runawayhorse.com on my sales page. And I have a pre-sale going on right now, and I have multiple Triple Crown related products. So you can head on over to the runawayhorse.com on my sales page if you're interested in purchasing any of those. If you're interested in checking out my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks reports, head on over to the all-new updated Today's Racing Digest website. If you click on the News and Insider Information tab and then click Kentucky Derby, it will take you over to their Kentucky Derby page, and I have all of my Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks blogs posted there if you want to read any of that information. If you're interested in bonus free selections, have a free pick each day at horseracing.nation.com. In the handicapping section on the front page, you'll find that free selection each day. And then over at the runawayhorse.com on weekends, I post some free stake selections as well on my free picks page on that website. So you can check all of that out. But now we're going to start with the horse that I think has the best chance to excel on a wet track, and that horse is Two Phils. Now, he has already had success on a wet track, but one of the things I really like about him is he has a lot of experience, and he just goes out there and tries hard every time. This is the son of Hard Spun, and General Quarters is the dam sire. Larry Ravelli is the trainer. Jarrod Loveberry is his regular rider, and he's one that definitely I think you want to throw in your mix in the Derby, because even if it's a fast track, because he just handles everything. He broke his maiden last year at Colonial Downs in the summer. He won a little sprint stakes race, the Shakopee Juvenile Stakes at Canterbury Downs, and then in Keeneland in the Breeders' Futurity, he ended up finishing 7th in that 14-horse field. The Street Scent Stakes, a Grade 3 at Churchill Downs on a wet track. He looked good winning that one, and at that particular time, that was his best career speed rating. And then some starts this year in the Lexington, in the Lecomte Stakes at the Fairgrounds. That was on January 21st. He ended up finishing 2nd. The Risen Star Stakes, he was a solid 3rd. He moved over to all-weather ground in the Jeff Ruby Stakes. He raced wide from off the pace, and he was powerful, winning that one and earning a decent speed rating. So Two Phils, based on that wet track win at Churchill Downs. If the track comes up wet, he's going to be dangerous. And like I said, he can handle anything. That all-weather event, that was a good-looking win. He's a stakes winner on fast track. He just runs and tries hard no matter what the circumstances are. Seems to have a cool head, and that's going to be something that's going to be important in a race like the Derby. So I just think he's just going to go out there and try hard. Those kind of horses are always dangerous in the Derby, and especially when you're playing exotics and all. So I think you want to throw Two Phils in the mix in your Kentucky Derby tickets. Now, the horse that I think has the best pedigree in the Derby is Tapit Trice for trainer Todd Pletcher. I just think he has the best mile and a quarter pedigree, and I know he's going to love the distance. And Luis Saez is his rider. Tapit is the sire, and Dunkirk is the dam sire. Now, when I was looking at his pedigree and then going through and looking at his dosage profile and the points that he has in his dosage profile, all the way from brilliant to stamina, he's got a good pattern there that's very similar to some horses that I saw that I liked in the Belmont Stakes in recent years. So if you look at his dosage profile, it's very similar to Essential Qualities. Now, Essential Quality was competitive in the Kentucky Derby. He ended up winning the Belmont Stakes. He has a very similar dosage profile along with Tapit Trice. And then another one is Nest. Now, Nest is another horse that I liked in the Belmont Stakes last year, and her dosage profile was very close to Essential Qualities, and then Tapit Trice fits right in that mold as well. So just looking at those kind of horses, even Tapit Trice, I think he possibly could be a bigger threat for the Belmont Stakes. So if he doesn't, if he just finishes okay in the Derby, like Todd Pletcher's going to skip the Preakness. He's had a lot of success in the Belmont. So Tapit Trice could be an even bigger threat in the Belmont Stakes based on his dosage profile. But I know the mile and a quarter won't give him any trouble. And it was nice to see him run such a good quality race in that Bluegrass Stakes, because he's had trouble at the gate, but he had the inside post there. And I liked how Luis Saez was able to steer him out and get him to make a nice early move and get into contention. and outfinish Verifying, and then those two were well clear of the show finisher Blazing Sevens for trainer Chad Brown. So Tapit Trice has won his last 4 starts, including the Tampa Bay Derby and the Bluegrass Stakes. He's in good form. He can certainly run all day, and I think that he's one that could be dangerous in the Derby, and then especially dangerous, I think, in the Belmont Stakes. And the third horse is the mystery horse, the horse that scares me the most out of the horses who aren't the top horses like Forte and Tapit Trice and some horses like that, and Practical Move. They're your favorites. But the one horse that's a mystery horse that scares me the most is Derma Sotogake from Japan. This horse has plenty of experience, and he likes to win races as well. He's run 8 times in his career. He's had 4 wins and 2 third-place finishes. So he began his career last June in Japan, lost his first 3 starts there, and then he started to put it together after that. In October, had his first career win in a maiden race. Then he won his next 2 starts in Japan in November and December. And then this year, he ran in the Saudi Derby. He was a solid 3rd in that race. And then the UAE Derby was his coming out party. That grade 2 at Maidan at 1 mile and 3/16. He was able to get out there, get on the pace, and run powerfully throughout. Looked very good visually. And now he is at Churchill Downs. He's preparing for the Kentucky Derby. This Japanese bred certainly isn't going to have any trouble with the 1 1/4 miles. And I like the fact that he's got some running style versatility. He can get into the race early, and that could be important this year. We don't have a lot of horses that are speed burners, and I think the pace possibly could be on the moderate side. We'll have to see how that plays out, especially after last year's Kentucky Derby, in which they just went at a breakneck speed early and they set it up for off the pace types. I don't think the riders are going to do that this year. And I think a horse like Derma Sotogake coming in from the UAE Derby, even though that race has not been productive yet, I think he's got a decent shot this year, especially in a year where there's not really any standouts from a speed figure standpoint. I think a lot of these horses have been earning similar numbers, your top contenders. And a horse like Derma Sotogake with that early pressing speed, he's got some class. He's won 4 of his last 5 starts, and he's one that can get the distance, and I think he classes up well. And these Japanese horses internationally have done well on the international stage in big races, and it's only a matter of time before they do well in the Kentucky Derby, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ran well in this spot. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content. And again, keep checking my YouTube channel as we get closer to the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks. I'm going to be posting new videos each day. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.